Welcome back to part 4 of the love story. Ooh. So this time we'll talk about like one of our first big trips that we took as best friends in the closet kind of thing. So we had went on like little hiking trips, just me and her, but nothing where it was like out of state, like for a period of time, like no big vacation. So this one, we were going to Wisconsin, and it was actually her family's lake house that they have, and it was beautiful. Like, if you've ever been to Wisconsin, I know when you think about it, all you think about is cheese, which is also good, but they have got the prettiest scenery and lakes, and it's just beautiful. So leading up to the trip, it was like so uncomfortable. It was literally like, okay, we had to pack all of our stuff, decide whose vehicle we were taking, and then it was like her mom and dad and then we're all kind of like, oh, you're taking Brooke? Like, didn't you go by yourself last year? And like the year before too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, you're gonna take Brooke? And like, it was all, you could feel the tension of questions.
Yes, I'm taking her.
Yeah. So we go, and we're literally leaving that morning. No, that night. It's nighttime. Remember, we left like
it was
super late.
6-hour drive to my aunt's house, but then another 3
to the lake house.
Yeah. So total of 9.
So we left when I got off work that evening, and so I was already ready. I had my bags packed. They were in the car, and I was coming over to her house ready to go. And I get there, and her bag's not packed, and none of her stuff is ready. And I'm like, I'm already tired, and we have to drive still, like 6 hours, literally. And so I'm like, yay, that's exciting. And
because we got there at like midnight.
We got there late, and like, I mean, you still have to like stop and go to the bathroom, get snacks, whatever. And I remember I was like, you don't even have any of your stuff packed? And like, her mom was trying to like to distract her and like trying to delay the process. She's like, you guys can just leave tomorrow. You can just leave tomorrow. You don't have to leave tonight. This is stupid. Why are you trying to leave in the middle of the night? We know why we were trying to leave in the middle of the night. Like, okay, and we were ready to go.
Peace out.
HOTTOGO. Like, we were gone. Okay, get us out of here. And I was like, no, we're fine. And like, I remember her mom coming up to me in the hallway while Coda was getting her like toothbrush stuff, and she's like, you know you don't have to leave now. This is so stupid. You don't have to leave. You can leave in the morning. And I was like, we're fine. Like, I'm fine. Like, I wasn't going to tell her I was tired. I was like, we're ready to go. And then Coda came downstairs when I was helping her pack her bag, and she was like, should we just wait till tomorrow? And I was like, no! No!
Get your ass in the car.
We are leaving. Pack this bag. We are getting up out of here. And so, finally, we get to the car, and everything is ready. And I remember...
Did we take your car or my car?
No, we took your car the first time.
The first one? Okay.
Yeah. I left my car there. And so, I guarantee you my car got snooped through, honestly, because I gave them the keys and everything. Like, I can just imagine. But we leave and everything, and I shit you not, the entire time, be careful. Let me know when you get there. Like, texting us the entire time, okay? She still had her location, so that was fun. Like, she was literally watching us as we're driving.
And my aunt literally asked us once.
Yeah. Like,
or no, twice, checking in.
Yeah.
Because she had my location. She was like, I was tracking you guys the whole time.
Yeah, but she wasn't going to be like, where are you? Right away. Like, no. So we finally get there. I meet them. I fall absolutely in love with her Aunt Carrie. Like, the greatest human you'll ever meet in your entire life. Gary's also cool. Like,
yeah, he's pretty cool.
Like, they're just really great people. And remember, this is like the first time we've gotten to like be us. Just like relax, and all the stress and tension of our hometown was gone. They didn't know we were together.
She did. 100%.
They didn't know at first. Okay, so we leave, head to the cabin and everything, or head to the lake house, And we get there, and I still had homework. I was finishing up my college semester.
Oh my gosh, you did.
Yeah, so we were sitting there at the lake house, and I'm working on homework while I'm also doing everyone's boater's license course. I did like 3 people's and my own.
4. No,
4.
5.
Whatever. I took everybody's test. Everybody passed because of me. If we ended up out in the water and somebody needed something, I was gonna be the only one that knew what to do because nobody. The only thing we all remembered was, "This means you're okay if you go to the water." Like, everybody remembered it. But we loved it. Like, we had a blast. It wasn't until like day 3 or so, because we were there for like over a week, whenever we were on the boat and her aunt was like, "Oh, my son just thinks you're so beautiful." And I'm just like, "Thanks." And she's like, "He's really good looking too." And she's showing me pictures. I was like, "Yeah." Yeah. And then she's like, "What, do you not think so?" I was like, no. Like, no, he is. And one of our friends, KT, was like, just looking. And then she was like, "Well, what's your type?" And I was like, "I mean, I like dark hair and brown eyes." And Coda was like, she goes, "Well," then our other friend answered, then they were like, "What's your type, Coda?" And she's like, "Blonde hair, blue eyes." And I kid you not, one of our friends was like, she starts putting it all together. You can see the gears going in her head, and she's like, "Oh my gosh." I was like, no. She's like, I was like, "Well, we have to go back to the lake house." She's like, "Oh, I'm coming. Get me on that jet ski too." So she drove a jet ski and we were on one. And the entire time driving, I'm like in her ear, I'm like, "Do you think she knows?" Like yelling as we're driving.
Because that's when she
on the
ran
lake.
into the dock.
No, that was when we were all coming back.
Oh, okay.
So we get back to the lake house, and I was like, Coda's like, "I'm not going to." I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?" And so I had to go inside, and we get in there, and she's like, she got a pen. She's like, "Let me just make sure I'm doing the math right, okay? So, you're a girl. She's a girl. You have blonde hair. She has brown hair. You have blue eyes. She has brown eyes. And those are both your types. And you're both here together. And you're grown women." And she's like, "I know, I'm not good at math, but if the math be mathin'," and I was just like, "Yeah, we're together." Yeah. And she's like, "Oh my God." And I was like, I gave her the whole rundown of like the year that we had been facing. Like, nobody knows, nobody can know. Her parents will completely flip absolute dog shit if they found out. And
I'm still sitting on the jet ski.
She's still sitting on the jet ski at the dock. Like, so we get done, we get the life jackets. That's what we were going for, life jackets. And we get back, and KT was like, "I'm just so happy for you guys." Like, just loved on her. And then
I was like, "What just happened?"
We get back, and like, you can just see the joy. And like, when I tell you, it felt like the world was off my shoulders. It was like, I can be me. I can love her. I can literally, like, we're okay. Like, we're safe. And the rest of the trip was literally moments like that. Her aunt was like, "Oh, when you guys bring the kids, like, I'll watch the kids. You guys can go out on a date." And we didn't even pick up on that until we left. And then
I was like, just sit.
Oh, and she was like crying, telling us bye, and we both cried so hard on the way home.
I don't cry.
We both were broken because we knew when we got back, and that made me cry,
that we had to go back to the same old.
Yeah. Yeah. That there was a potential of not having that moment again. And it was so daunting driving back, just knowing that as soon as we got back to that house, that everything was going to have to go back to what it was. So it was the best trip. Like, we made it through when we got back, but it was,
Baby, don't cry.
no, I don't have to worry. So stay tuned for part 5.